Hare Krishna. We are going to continue with chapter 2, verse number 1. Bhagavad Gita as it is. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tata Kripayavishtam Ashrupurna Kulekshanam Vishidantam Idam Vakyam Uvacha Madhusudanaha. Translation Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, verse number 1. Sanjaya said, seeing Arjuna full of compassion, his mind depressed, his eyes full of tears, Madhusudana, Krishna, spoke the following words. You see, it looks very simple, but when we read the commentary of Acharyas and when we read the purport of Srila Prabhupada, we get to understand a lot here. In chapter 2, we are going to see in detail, all the details about the soul, that is knowledge of the soul, and method of realizing the soul, realizing Atma, and also Nishkama Karma Yoga, and the characteristics of Sthita Prajna. These are the highlights of chapter 2, and it's almost a summary of Bhagavad Gita. It's an outline, we must say. We get to see a lot of details about the soul, and also in the first verse itself, Prabhupada is giving us a very serious and the apt solution for all our problems, especially if we are lamenting about something, especially if we are heartbroken. So, you know why? Because Arjuna was heartbroken, Arjuna was lamenting. Where are the words? Kripaya Vishtam. He was filled with material compassion. Ashrupurna. Ashrupurna is, eyes filled with tears. So, his tears were also material compassion, So, one was Kripaya Vishtam, that is the compassion, and Ashru, that is the tears, and lamentation, Vishidantam, So, he was having Vishada, lamentation. So, are we suffering from those things? Then Prabhupada is giving a solution. You'll get to know by the end of the verse. So, here the word Madhusudana is used. Madhu is the demon Madhu, and Sudana is the killer. Krishna is addressed here as the killer of Madhu. But the Acharyas comment that Madhu means sweetness. Sweetness of the honey, sweetness. So Madhu is the sweetness, the sweet-hearted Krishna is going to destroy the lamentation of Arjuna. That is the meaning of Madhusudana, says one of the Acharyas. So, how is he going to do that? And why should he do that? Why? Because Prabhupada says material compassion, lamentation, and material tears are nothing but symptoms of ignorance of the soul. What's the meaning of this? Means when you and we are not, focusing on the fact that we are not this body, we are the soul. When we are not focusing on the point that we are the soul, when we are not focusing on that, then we consider ourselves as the body, and we are worried if we put on a little weight. We are worried if there are some scars, the complexion tan, so many things. We are worried if there is a problem in the relationship. We are worried if our children are going to do well in their exams or not. We are worried if our children will get married to the right person or not. So many things. Now, what should we do when we are coming across such worry? Prabhupada answers this question at the end of the purport. He says that when you are fixed in the self, only then, you can stay detached. You can do all your duties, like, duty of studying for an exam, or duty of finding a groom for your daughter, or finding a bride for your son, or the duty of, working in your office. All these things, we generally do with expectation. But Prabhupada says it should be done very sincerely, as if you really want the result, but without expectation. And that is possible, Prabhupada says, only when you understand that you are the soul. Means when you are situated in the platform of soul, when you understand that you are the soul, a part and parcel of the supreme whole, that is Krishna. He's the supreme person. So we are his small parts. When you understand that, then you can do your duties, without expecting. Means what? When we know that actually I am whose relative? I am the relative of Krishna. Let's understand that I am the relative of Krishna as his servant and he is my master. When we are very seriously understanding that and we are not related to anyone else, we are Krishna's servants and he is our most beloved, most compassionate teacher, guide, father, lover, husband, protector, caretaker, well-wisher, friend, philosopher, guide, support, energy. He is our everything. When we can understand that and we connect only to Krishna and to no one else, then when we work so hard for our kids or for our family members or for our boss, if we are even at that time we are thinking I am Krishna's servant, then can we be depressed? No. So when we are fully focused on the fact that I am the spirit soul and a part and parcel of Krishna, then onwards, when we focus like that, then we are going towards self-realization. Till then, whatever compassion we have, it is for the body. It is like if somebody is drowning and if we are expert at saving and we just jump, dive and we just pull and we realize that he's wearing a nice coat of gold and nice trousers and we just pull it out and say, I saved it. Then what is that? That is senseless and the person is drowned, is dead. We just managed to save his dress. That kind of compassion is considered senseless. Same way, when we have compassion for our near and dear ones, we are seeing them not as the tiny spirit soul, part and parcel of the supreme whole, no, of the supreme person, no, we're not seeing like that. We are seeing them as my husband, my wife, my children, my subordinates, my parents, my in-laws. But this way, we are going to, be heartbroken one day or the other. So we have to forget the my stuff and we should understand I am his. I am also not mine. I am the servant of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When we understand that, and then when you're all the time only connecting like that, then when we do our work, we can afford to be detached from the results. We can afford to be detached from the results, no matter how hard we work to get the result, but then we can say, I am his servant. He knows the best for me. So whatever he does is for my good. And we will be able to accept anything that comes our way as his mercy, even though it is the exactly opposite of what result we were expecting. So if Arjuna, can come to that platform of understanding he is the servant of Krishna, and if he can fight, then whether the relatives die or whether he dies or whether his people die, he will still understand that whatever happened according to his will, and he will be peacefully able to take things because he will be as good as a self-realized person. So this is what is the meaning of chapter 2, verse number 1. Hare Krishna.